Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, of course, I'm going to be reviewing a movie, obviously. I'm a top secret agent when doing this. I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, obviously. So, of course, I'm going to be really attempting to watch as many Disney films as humanly possible. Like I would do each time when I do these marathons, of course. So, this time around, I'm going to be reviewing the CGI animated film Inside Out. It came out in 2015. So, I thought I would do this because why not? I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about this kind of stuff because it's Disney related. I mean, okay, Pixar was a part of this, but still. Anyway, as always, let's just get into the plots, shall we? So, here we go, yes sirree. Literally start off with the character from the beginning. I mean, the very, very beginning when the character's born. Of course, as she ages, we get to see different stages of the family, of course, how she grows up, so to speak, giving you a sense of her childhood. I mean, she's still young throughout the entire movie, but whatever, I guess. But she eventually moves to another place. I mean, a really, really different place. And that different place is San Francisco. And yeah, she's not exactly happy about this, really. Even though she might come off like she's actually joyful about it. But of course, in some ways she's maybe happy about this, sure. But eventually, of course, it gets to her, obviously. And she misses her old friends, her old time and whatnot. So, yeah, that happens, of course. Even though, like I said, she's still fairly young as the film goes. The primary focus is in her head, quite literally in some ways. But you see these emotions, they all have their own function, of course. One's sad, one's disgust, one's joy, fear, and anger. But time it would be joy who's taking up the screen time in this film. But that's usually because of sadness, this emotion. And even though I kind of feel this character is just used as a plot device, that's it. But the character Joy does her best to cheer her up, of course, and does her overall thing. So this is what's going on with the movie. So you get the rough idea of what's happened, and eventually go on a grand adventure. Again, mostly because of sadness, of course. So yeah, that's basically the overall premise. And of course, to meet up with this other character here, it has something to do with her younger age, much much younger age, I should say. And of course, they want to restore order, so to speak. And again, of course, lots of stuff seems to, break apart. So, it's something to do with the family life and the whole emotions and whatnot. Yeah, while I can say this is not the worst movie I've ever seen from the companies, but my biggest gripe of this movie is probably the sadness emotion because, well, again, like I just said a moment ago, she comes off she's used as nothing more than just a plot device, and that's about it. Other than that, I did like the film, folks. I thought it was well animated. Comes off as more fresh than what some of the other Hollywood films I've seen over the years, I guess you can say. Because lots of stuff was rebooted, reimagined, reshot, restart, whatever you can say. Anything with a re in front of it is a remake as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. Just trash, but trash and other trash. Come on now. They just give me a break, folks. They should just leave films alone. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, folks. No, sorry. That's why I tend to watch a lot of the older films over the years, folks, as I review them. Well, somebody has been in the recycling bin way too often. To catch my drift. So, at least this film is not a remake. So, there's that. That's a plus there, folks. Yes, sorry. Honestly, I'd still miss the traditional hand-drawn animation from the past, folks. I don't mind 3D animation, obviously, but there is a certain touch of the hand-drawn stuff. I do like old technology, so you know, there's that, I guess. Yes, sirree. So just think about that, folks. I know some people might be thinking I should just go beyond that, but look at Disney itself. They're remaking all their classics. Even Mulan is being remade. So even these films will be remade sooner or later. Basically, all of the original films will be remade, like Princess Jasmine. So if anybody that needs to let go of the past, that has to be Disney itself. I wouldn't mind, seeing another princess movie with more of an original story. Not based it on anything they, that's been published before. So, like I said, if there's anybody that needs to let go of the past, it is Disney. I mean, I like Disney and all. Don't get me wrong, but just because you like something doesn't mean it should be avoided of all criticism. I'm just saying. So anyway, I guess with that aside, I guess you can say at least the Inside Out story isn't exactly the same old stuff that Disney had been produced or seen over the years, I guess. There was some creativity going on. The colors schemes are pretty good, I guess you can say. I do wish that the little girl could have been, more developed a bit more to get more of a sense of her personality. Because I felt we got to see more of the characters inside her head, her emotions, more than her. So the main character kind of feels one dimensional to some degree. And I guess there's supposed to be a kid that she has a crush on, but that wasn't hardly ever explored upon. And so she comes off like a character trope, and that's about it. Don't get me wrong, folks. Again, I don't hate this movie or anything. I did enjoy it. The voice acting was quite good and whatnot. I just felt the character herself, that was supposed to be the main focus, doesn't really get focused on that much. Again, there was this kid, I guess, that she supposedly likes, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that exactly, but of course, if they do a sequel, I mean, if they do a sequel, they go do more focus on that. Maybe that's what they were thinking about. I mean, okay, I kind of doubt it, but whatever, guys. I do like the environment they live in. I do like San Francisco, and the fact they were in San Francisco. San Francisco is kind of cool. You can tell there's a great family unit, and they listen to each other, even though they have their drama, and that's pretty cool, I guess. The mother comes off like a loving mother, and the dad comes off like a loving dad, like you might expect. Guess you can say. But whatever, suppose it's all good and fun, I guess. And you could get the sense that she does miss her old friends, like I was saying before, which a lot of kids do feel like that way. But anyway, I do like the fact there's specific colors associated with these emotions, which I thought was pretty creative. Of course, main character comes off like your typical young kid having fun but getting sad at times or whatever. So yeah, overall, every emotion has their own personality, and the colors are supposed to be representative of that. Sad is blue, of course, because that can be a depressing color, which in some ways can be a common color, so there's that. Joy is more of a brightish looking color, I guess. And obviously, red is for anger. You get the picture here. You get the picture. And animation itself is actually quite nice, very smooth, and overall, it looks like it was done by a professional company that actually put a lot of money into this. So that's definitely a good thing there, folks. This tells you that Pixar and Disney actually cared about their product, which is this movie, of course. This film did receive many positive reviews, so there was that. Many of them had actually complimented on the animation itself, so there was that. I guess the art style. Yeah, CJ is an art style. So the art style itself is very detailed. I like the facial expressions, the details on the face, the ears, and even the backgrounds of the characters. Even the backgrounds way in the back. You see the books and whatnot. Even the new home they came into, you can see it looks kind of nice. It feels welcoming, and even in the emotion sequences, I guess, even their backgrounds came up rather nice, I guess you can say. So there's plenty of detail throughout the entire film. That's easy in the eyes, of course, and I do like that. I really do like how it was done. The looks, the visuals, overall was really nice. That's probably the best thing I can say about this film is the visuals do look rather nice. Why it doesn't have the deepest story in the world, but the overall story is serviceable to express the main character's emotions, depending on the situation, and what's going on currently in her life, as it happens in that very moment. So that's actually really cool. So I do feel like this was a waste of potential in some ways because they could have done a whole lot more than what was given to them. But the film itself isn't necessarily bad or anything. This is actually a well scripted story. That little dialogue is actually quite nice, and as I said earlier, the voice acting is actually really nice. So I'll say this was definitely a delightful film to watch. I honestly liked it, and I do recommend it for those who have not seen it as of yet because I did feel that, despite my complaints, this was a rather delightful film to watch from beginning to end. Yes, sirree. So I can say Tango had a better plot than this film. I like that one a lot more, honestly. I thought Zootopia was better. Again, for the story itself is better as well. I mean, hell, I even liked Frozen a lot more than this. Again, because I thought the story was constructed a lot better than this. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's actually a pretty solid movie overall. But I did say that I did like it more than The Princess and the Frog. Oh boy, what a disappointment that film was. Of course, before any of you social justice warriors get mad at me, I'm telling you right now, it has nothing to do with her race at all. But anyway, I can say that this definitely has some good music. The music here was really good, folks. And I can say I like this film more than The Little Mermaid. And which I can say has some decent music as well, I can say that, but yeah, I was never really the person that liked Little Mermaid, honestly. Anyway, folks, the film Inside Out is a well-crafted film with great music and likable characters overall. But anyway, that aside, this film gets an overall rating of a 6.0 out of 10. It gets a 6.0 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See you.